From the location of the Upside Down in the world of Stranger Things, what's up, Las Vegas? I'm your host, Mickey Rourke. Now, there is nothing wrong with your picture. Do not try to flip your monitor over. Eventually, I will get back to the real world. Until then, it is October here in the site. It is costumes. It is candy. It is having a lot of fun. So we are going to have an interview today with Josh Menard, who is going to talk to us about... well, health and fitness, actually, which has really nothing to do with candy. Actually, it's probably going to be good for you after a month long of eating candy, so be sure to pay attention to that interview. We're also going to bring you the Workforce Minute, and we're going to have some great footage from our recent health and safety fair here in Las Vegas. Now, while I try to figure out how to get back to the real world, we're just going to get straight into that interview. Welcome back to What's Ups. I'm your host, Mickey Rourke, and we have a guest with us today, Josh Menard, ECTS supervisor. Can we confirm that is correct? Because I know a bunch of changes have happened in the site. I'm really not sure what departments we're with anymore.
Yeah, last I knew, ECTS.
Last you knew ECTS. Yeah, I'm social media now. So.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah, I think you're sitting in my old desk.
Yeah.
So there it is. Hopefully I left it nice for you.
Oh yeah, it's good.
All right.
It's good. Nice.
So this is the October edition of What's Up. So we're going to have a discussion later on about movies that you're not going to be part of.
All right.
So this is the interview section though, and Halloween is all about like candy and having fun and everything. So we thought we'd bring you on and talk about health and fitness. So, because work off all that candy after the after trick or treating sort of situation.
I can actually probably speak to the latter as opposed to the previous.
I mean, when was the last time you went trick or treating?
Ooh, it's been at least 2 or 3 years. I mean, probably longer than that. I want to say a good 15, 20 years.
20
guess. Yeah, I'd say a good. Yeah.
Do you remember what your last costume was?
I don't really remember. It's
do you dress up for Halloween? Or?
I do occasionally. Actually, most of the time. Last couple of years, I've been out of town. So this year, I'm actually planning to be in town. I'm gonna get a costume together. I haven't been good about it the last couple of years, but I'm gonna bring it back.
What the costume is?
I got a couple ideas I'm kicking around, but I'll probably wait till the last minute and then just take
just like everybody else.
Yeah. That's typically how it goes.
Yeah, if you have kids, your idea of costume is forever gone. I'm just worried about my children now, what they want to be for Halloween.
Yeah.
So, but let's get away from costuming and actually talking about health and fitness, which is why we brought you on the show. UPS is doing a health and fitness fair in September. We did a health and fitness fair. We're going to pretend this is being filmed after that fact. So, but we wanted to bring someone on the show to talk a little bit about health and fitness. It was like, who can we bring on? And your name just kept popping to the top of everybody's list. So, what do you do for health and fitness?
Well,
you're a pretty fit guy. I mean,
it's.
I gotta suck it in sitting next to you.
Yeah, now I feel self-conscious here. Let me straighten.
You shouldn't.
Well, yeah. No.
Next to me, you look fantastic, even better than you did before.
I don't know. My bow tie is just not on right. I can't really beat that. But yeah, I guess from a health and fitness perspective, my whole journey to this thing started about 15 years ago, and really health problems in my family. My stepdad, my dad, both had a couple health problems. What I like to do kind of started back then. I used to be, kind of athletic, just at least play sports in school. But, you get out of the habit of being around your friends and having a gym at your fingertips, every day at school. And you kind of get out of the habit of doing that, any kind of exercise or sports after you get out of school, unless you're, a collegiate athlete or just continue that on. So I actually, kind of took my dad and my stepdad's health as a warning sign and decided I'd learn from these guys and start getting active again. So just started working out in the gym, doing lifting weights. And one of the guys, I had a roommate at the time who was into lifting, and he kind of took me under his wing and showed me how to lift. And from there, I injured myself immediately, and and I actually I think I benefited from that.
You're supposed to stretch ahead of time.
Yeah, well, no pain, no gain, right?
Oh, is that? I remember people saying that.
Bad advice. I was doing a very simple movement, and I felt something go, and I kept going, and it was a pretty bad injury, but I actually credit the fact that I had to go through physical therapy as to what really created a good habit for me, which was, the physical therapy led into me doing it myself. And then it just sort of continued and grew from, the physical therapy into just a continual fitness program that, 15 years later, I've dabbled in a lot of different things. I never was a runner. I've messed around with that, and I do, I lift weights in my garage these days, but I've done everything from your typical, LVAC or, kind of Globo gym, if you want to throw it into that category, to CrossFit was one of my recent passions that I was into for about 3 years. And I pretty much have taken a combination of all of those things and continue those on my own in my garage, either with just myself or myself and my girlfriend. So done a lot of, just kind of exploring these topics on my own using the internet. And I guess I think that answers your question and then some. So,
it does.
yeah.
It was a lot of good information there. I've tried to work out and do stuff over the years. I've joined, like you said, the Globo gyms, kind of categories, and I figured out that I'm a very social working out. If I don't have a partner, I just kind of lose. And the fact that we have such a sedentary, we have a job that we sit down a lot. Couldn't remember what that word is. So doing some sort of health and everything. I personally have had a lot of health scares over the years and everything. Last year I actually had to get surgery with my heart because of health problems.
Yeah.
And this year I'm looking into that bariatric surgery because I'm finally, like you said, it runs in the family, so there was a lot of health concerns in mine. So I wanted to take it seriously as well. So I've kind of started that path sort of situation. The biggest thing, I don't know about you, but the biggest thing for me is the food aspect. I love to eat.
Yeah.
And but I noticed that when I see you in the break room and everything, nothing is pre-packaged really.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, I basically have a meal prep day, and most of the times it's Sunday. My week starts, my work week starts on Monday. So I really spend a lot of time. It's not a lot of time anymore. At first it was a lot of time, but I kind of got my process down, and a little bit of teamwork these days definitely helps me a lot. But yeah, I prep my meals. I kind of I do that in a batch form that allows me to, get a little bit of variation, but all my meals for the week are already cooked ahead of time. So I just portion them out every day as to what I want to eat. And yeah, I mean, to your point, I pretty much cook probably about 95% of what it is that I eat, so that's really the only way once you get to a certain point to take full control of the results that you're getting. At first it's kind of easy from you get a lot of returns on the effort that you put in, but when you're 10 years into your fitness journey, it gets a little harder to eke out those percentages that you were seeing before. So the food has always been a part of that, and I definitely have experimented with any number of diets and things over the years. But yeah, I'm big on food prep and kind of doing that for the week, so I guarantee I have something every day, and I don't have to make a bad decision or get put in a jam where I got to go eat some fast food or something like that.
Now I do have to ask because I've seen like posts out there of people who are definitely into working out and health and fitness. Do you have a cheat day?
I don't, at the point that I'm at, no, I don't really have a cheat day. And specifically the diet that I'm on right now really doesn't allow for that. But I do believe in that at first. I think that, a lot of people get into, commit to something mentally, and they start to pursue whatever that end is. And if it's a diet in this case, they have the best intentions, but they find the monotony of the food to be pretty demoralizing over time. I think a lot of people extract, a good deal of pleasure from what they eat, right? That's not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
So to have, I'd say, at first, I think it's fine to have a cheat day. My thought on that is if you're having 6 days of the week that you're eating great and you're just taking that one day off, well, that sure is better than, 2, 3, 4, 5, or the whole week, So but over time, I would think that would be the kind of thing, once you start feeling the health benefits that you're pursuing, you'll come around to the fact, or at least I did, that, my goals really, really don't want me to pursue that. But I think a great deal of it depends on when and where you're at in your fitness journey. But I think a cheat day, depending on where you're at, is a perfectly, good option to keep you on track.
Yeah, and I like what you said, the fact that you can kind of phase it out as you get more and more and see the health benefits that.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. You gave us a lot of good insight into you and just like your journey, and I think it will help a lot of the UPSers who are kind of considering health and fitness, which I highly recommend. Like I said, I'm personally taking that trip right now and making it sure that I'm here another 20 years from now, which is important to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because we need the show to go that long. Yes. So with that, Josh, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And we'll be back with our next segment and Word on the Floor.
Joints along the ankles and the feet, a quarter of the body's bones in the feet. Right? 100 ligaments, tendons, and muscles are in the foot alone. So a lot of our lower back issues, shoulder issues, headaches, tension headaches on the right side of the head are coming from the imbalances of our body. And the only way we can strengthen that imbalance is keeping our feet shoulder width apart, under us, knees slightly bent. That should release some of the flow and get your muscles tight and around and structured. Of some pre and post foot action. Epsom salt.
Yes, for the Epsom salt.
A water bottle, of course.
Stay hydrated.
Some clippers. Some files. We have a little pump stone and brush. Yep. So yeah, please stop by, fill out the form or the thing, bring it back.
Don't forget your buttons.
We'll call a winner.
It's the most important thing that we all do is sleep. It actually is used. Our brain uses to sleep to cool down after a long day at work. And we focus on explaining how many hours of sleep you need every day, which is about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And everything you need to know about sleeping is going to have in here. We also hand out pamphlets that way you can get some information on that.
Perfect. My name's Nicole. I'm from ASAP, American Substance Abuse Professionals, and I am here with some drug and alcohol awareness information. A lot of people don't realize how much is in a drink. If you have a drink, is it one, is it two? If you go to a bar, you have 20 ounces of beer, that's more than one drink, so it's only 12 ounces is one drink of beer. So knowing that and knowing what your limit is. We have a couple of flyers here that you can check out and learn about, make sure that you're drinking responsibly. Yep, we partner with UPS. If you are having any problems with drugs or alcohol, you want to see your manager or supervisor, and they'll point you in our direction.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Man, Nick, there's no way we can finish this in 30 minutes.
I know, we should have requested a long lunch.
You're right.
Don't let this happen to you. Avoid heartburn all afternoon by scheduling your long lunch ahead of time. It's just like an ETO request, but the activity is long lunch. Once you see your email approval, you're all set.
Tippy, 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 like a gay tarantella.
Well, Las Vegas, I made it back to the real world, and that brings us to the end of episode number 11. I want to thank our guest, Josh Menard, who talked to us about health and fitness. I know I learned a lot of stuff that I'm going to use to get in better shape in the future. Workforce Minute showed us how we can request those longer lunches, and guys, next time, invite me. 30 minutes for that pizza would have been plenty of time. I also want to thank all of our volunteers with the Health and Safety Fair that gave us a lot of good information and made such a successful event here at the site. Now, before we end the show, I want to give an opportunity to all of you out there in TV land. We're looking for some new on-screen talent for What's Up's Las Vegas edition. If you're interested in being a co-host, hosting one of our segments, all you have to do is email the folks below and we'll send you that audition information. So until then, I'm Mickey Rourke, asking you, what's ups?